5 years ago, this was the entranceway to the old zoo, where donations were voluntary. However, now they've built a new entranceway where you have to pay to get in, and these funds directly help the animals. Here at Cache Valley Boxing, they teach you how to hit, block, and take a hit. With Halloween comes trick-or-treating, and being my first time taking my daughter trick-or-treating, it made me wonder, what are some ideas to stay safe this Halloween? So I went out to ask some of the experts. Engineers solve a lot of problems. What about the problem with floating on water in cardboard boxes like this one? I'm here behind the Merrill Kazier Library, where they have modern classrooms and modern computer labs, and it's just a modern library. However, the library in Logan City was built 90 years ago, and now they're thinking of building a new one. I went to find out why. Avery is practicing her ABCs inside the Logan Library. The building went up 90 years ago, but it wasn't the library. It was a dance hall, later a Sears store, and then converted into a library. Employees say the age shows. Duct tape carpet. These buckets catch water from the leaky ceiling and windows. A heating and cooling system that leaves employees too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter that no one knows how to fix and can't even get parts for anymore. 2 years ago, it got to be over 100 degrees and forced the library to close. This librarian says she loves her job, but when it's over 100 degrees,
it really does make it rough on the staff and the patrons, because the staff, we're here 8 hours a day, and when it's about 100 degrees in the building, you have to frequently take breaks and go outside.
They say the worst part is patrons can't enjoy many of the services the library offers. Between these walls, floor, and ceiling, the library not only offers books, audiobooks and DVDs, access to internet and computers. They even have a program called Book a Librarian, where they teach you how to access those things one-on-one. Director Karen Clark says the library has become more than just a place to check out books. It's a social center, and she wants to have better facilities to better serve the public.
Our patrons deserve such a better place to be. The ones that come and spend the time here at the library, they deserve a wonderful building. And
with half the library parking now gone, it will be more difficult for many of their patrons to come, enjoy, and stay at the library. Now, the library does have an option to purchase a property just north of Logan High School, where the abandoned Grizzly Station sits. They have that option until March 1st. Mayor Holly Daines and the Logan City Council had a meeting last week and estimated that the new library will cost anywhere from $10 to $13 million. Now, Mayor Holly Daines says that they already have $9 million set aside to build the library. Chaz Ricks reporting live.
Thanks, Chaz.
Tearing up tile like this is all part of the job for floor installer Riley Ballard, and it's a job that fewer and fewer are doing.
With the labor shortage and the building boom, there's been a huge demand and nobody to fill that demand.
Ballard says in his 17-year career, he's never seen so few carpet installers. But it's not only carpet installers that aren't finding enough workers. Brett Adamson, an electrician of 26 years, says finding help, especially young help, is really difficult.
I need electronic techs, and it used to be that I could get, I had just a huge stack of resumes to go through, and now, there would always be 3 or 4 that would suit the job, and it was just a matter of picking what the best fit is. Now we're lucky to find one.
What does the X stand for?
Adamson says the societal push to attend college has more young people in classes like this one, rather than in trades like carpet installers, an electrician, and even mechanics. All these trades have seen a decline of workers in their respective fields. In the video, Success in the New Economy, it says that there are currently 6.5 million jobs open in the trades right now, and that there are 6 million people unemployed in the US. In fact, for every job that requires an advanced degree like a master's or a PhD, there are 2 bachelor's degrees. And for every master's degree and every 2 bachelor's degrees, there are 7 jobs available in trades and skilled work. Tyler Swainson is putting his tools away after a long day of laying carpet. A former student at USU, Tyler decided taking up a trade was a better option for him.
When I quit school, everyone
was worried, thinking that I was going to be unemployed in a year, wasn't be able to support my family. And I mean, honestly, I'm making more now than I would at a starter job in finance. That's what I was going into.
Okay, go ahead, have fun.
The tradesmen all agreed that the trend of attending college and the use of technology have played roles in the decline of workers in trades. Chaz Ricks, ATV News.
Right? He's such a cute dolly.
Annalise Christensen, the Haunted Hollow coordinator, says this year history will be told through scaring.
Here we've got Vlad the Impaler, we have Jack the Ripper, we have a Victorian circus, we have World War I, a lot of terrifying quality things to make little kids laugh and grown people cry.
Christensen is the one that manages building the trail, finds the volunteers, and makes sure they have their costumes, makeup, and time to get into character. They have already put over 300 man-hours building the hollow, and it hasn't even opened yet. She says this would be impossible without volunteers.
Our volunteers are key, especially here in the hollow. Many haunted houses pay their people to be there, but we just have our volunteers, and really they make the quality so much better because they want to be here.
Annalise says she already has 40 volunteers to help scare at this year's Haunted Hollow, and that some of them may be a little shy and maybe don't necessarily like talking to other people. But as soon as they put on a mask, they become a whole nother person. One of those volunteers is Heather Harris, who is scared since 2010. She says she tries to be as scary as she can, but the Hollow provides a good, safe place to scare people.
It's a lot of fun, and to know that people are safe in this environment, it's an innocent place to scare the pants off someone.
Harris says even if you haven't been brave enough to walk through the Hollow before, you should come give it a try this year.
Give it a chance. If you've never tried it before, at least see what it's like before you decide you don't like it. It's a fun experience, usually for the whole family.
Chaz Ricks, ATV News. Welcome to ATV Sports. I'm Chaz Ricks, and let's start off on a good note. You know the saying, sounds like a broken record? So does the USU women's gymnastics team, because that's what they did on Friday against SUU. They broke records over and over and over and over. It was the final home event of the season, and the team came vaulting their way into winning position. Madison Ward tied her career high with a score of 9.85, and Michaela Bullitt also had a career high, scoring a 9.80, causing SUU to bite the bullet. USU ended the first rotation with a 49.05 score. USU then dominated on the bars, bar none. Jasmine Estrella, whose last name means star, showed it on the bars and scored a career-high 9.925 with her routine and led the USU team to score 49, a season high for the bar team. USU was beaming on the beams when McKinley Pavicic tied the school record with a score of 9.95 and helped her team hold on to the lead over the Thunderbirds. Finally, the audience and the judges were floored with the floor performances, won by Madison Ward, who finished with a 9.90, and one more career high was set when Emily Briones scored a 9.825. Those two helped to ward off SUU with their Brion performances. Okay, that one was stretching it. Their coach says she is happy with what they accomplished.
They're so fired up to compete every weekend, and it's just so much fun, and they did a great job tonight.
USU scored 49 or better in all four events and scored a third best team score in USU history with 196.80. The USU's gymnastic team will travel to Cedar City on Saturday and try to replicate the success they had here to make a push for regions. USU softball hosted Boise State Friday and Sunday. Friday, USU went down strike one barely with a fight, 11-1. Sunday, they lost the first game 15-6, strike two, and the final game they were beat 15-7, strike three, and USU struck out against Boise.
Buying and selling online through Facebook or KSL has become the norm the last few years, but meeting up with strangers at their home or in a parking lot can be a little scary. These 2 parking spaces on 300 North next to the Logan Police Department are reserved as an exchange zone, a safe place for buying and selling to strangers online, and child custody exchanges. The parking spaces are monitored by cameras 24 hours a day.
Having an area that is close to the police department and it's got a camera on it, I think it gives them a little bit of peace of mind that they can come and hopefully have a good, safe interaction with somebody that they don't know.
Hooley says these zones also help alleviate the amount of calls to Logan PD, so he encourages people to use them.